acceptable. Yes, please.
In this connection, would I submit that when this Regent Park Islamic Mosque was built, it was in the newspaper that the mosque has been built on 117 degrees to face the Kaaba. That I read in the paper, so from here it should be 117.
That means less the actual delineation. That is wrong then, by that degree.
So that is 90 degrees, so 17 degrees towards the east from north.
I understand. The point is that in actual fact, 117 plus and a half degree is the actual north. Actual north is the north which should be true north. It is called true north.
We take from true north, sir.
That's right. Now you are telling me about true north.
Yes, sir.
The fact is that in London, for instance,
sir,
the true north is different and the magnetic north is different. And the variation between the true north and the magnetic north also varies from time to time.
Sir.
Presently, as we calculated, the difference was about 6.5 degrees. Was it 6 or
5 degrees and 18 minutes.
5 degrees and 18 minutes.
For London.
Yes. So that means that will have to be either subtracted or added to that.
Added in this case.
In this case. So 117 plus 5 would be 120 for 2.
123, but there is more seconds, so it makes total 124.
5 plus 77 is 122. 170 plus 5 is 122, not 23.
According to our calculation, it is 118 degrees in 2 minutes. Plus.
That is, I am coming to that. According to their calculation, it is wrong. But according to our calculation, it should be it should be more than that. Instead of 117, it should be 119 some. We have made investigations on this subject, and for the last 1 year or so, we have involved some Ahmadi scholars in it and also consulted the knowledgeable people in this subject, and also consulted some very dependable scientific charts. After that, we have reached certain conclusions, and they will be published in a small booklet form for Ahmadis all over the world to benefit from that. According to those calculations, when we checked the direction of this mosque seems to be quite some distance away from the true direction. And but there is another system which also is operative in other scientific regions, and that system might have been applied here in this case. I'll check up. But
as you advise, and we change our direction in Canada, as you advise, from east to north, north.
That's right, but it will have to be further.
That's right, sir.
It will have to be further modified according to the recent calculations.
Even for Canada.
Even for Canada.
Yes. Thank you.
Because when you see the needle of north, in any campus, the compasses show the needle apparently facing north, while they do not face north most often than north. What happens is that there are subterranean deposits and some other factors which play a role to deflect the needle either to east of north or to west of north or to east of north. Now they have calculated all these factors and from year to year revise these situations, because these situations which influence the magnetic needle are not a constant. they are variable factors. And according to scientists, it may happen that one day north would become south and south would become north as far as the magnetic needle goes. And some variations are constant. They are traveling in a certain direction. So all these factors, when brought into focus, then certain calculations have to be done about the true north, relationship between true north and the magnetic north. They have been now done, and we have formed a chart. And that chart, after a little further investigation and verification, inshallah, would be published.
Huzur, I was only going to mention one point, that Muslims throughout the 14 centuries have been very particular about keeping the Qibla direction correct. And we have mosques all over the world in various countries. There are mosques in India, there are mosques in Egypt, there are mosques everywhere. And it might be a good idea to apply this system, new system which they are proposing, and check the Qibla direction in those mosques also.
That we have done already.
So if it works, then obviously
the fact is that mostly in India and Pakistan, they had the erroneous idea that the west is Qibla. While as you travel north of India, the difference between north and south is quite some.
yes.
And as you travel north, the Qibla direction would be deflected towards the south. And as you travel south, the Qibla direction would be deflected towards the north. And these factors were never taken into account. The result is that most of the mosques built in Pakistan and India are not facing Kaaba. And they do not confirm with each other either. And if you draw parallel lines, they would cross each other so many times that a big confusion would result from that.
Not even the Shahi mosque in
Not even the mosque built in Spain, which we checked when we were there. So the nearest mosque, so far as we have checked, is Masjid Mubarak Rabwa. Because there, Hazrat Chachajan, Mirza Sharif Ahmad Sahib paid personal attention to it, and he was also had a scientific calculating mind. So he came as close as possible from the information available at that time. So that I know is the nearest. And also the mosque built in Karachi, that is by some Arabian money, this is a non-Ahmadiyya mosque in Defense Society. That I had checked, and the Qibla there, according to the available calculations, was also correct. And there too, they took pride in this, that they had taken very great care in setting the Qibla direction. Now that mosque in Karachi, which everybody knows is the best direction, differs from every other mosque. Yes, please.
There is a small watch like I think it can use like Japanese kind of.
There are so many, some Japanese, some Swiss made, all these.
I tried to check.
All these are very rough and very crude. And
this model.
and
there is difference of 10 degrees.
but it is more. The fact is that is a very crude system for a traveler. In fact, a traveler is given the advantage in Islam to face any direction which he conceives is the right direction. So Allah is very kind to human beings in this regard, because scientific data was not available for everybody in every time. So if even while you are traveling, that in the direction in which you are traveling, that is your mount is going in a certain direction, you can say namaz facing the mount, the direction of the mount. So that shows that Islam is very convenient religion for everybody to follow. And these minor variations, if done and if found after